Okay, it is Good Friday because I just went live for a whole hour, guys, and didn't know I wasn't live. I forgot to hit the live stream button. So I just went live, did an amazing analysis on a bunch of different coins, went over so much stuff. But now I can condense it really fast and just get it over with. So what I did last week was I told you guys a couple days ago, 6 days now, but that I was getting into H-bar. I showed you H-bar and I explained why I liked H-bar. So I just want to run through what I just ran through so I have it kind of already well rehearsed. So H-bar, look, it pumped, came down, pumped, came down, pumped, consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. It's in for a pump. And that pump is 39% back to the top of the trend line. And then if it gets out of this triangle and eventually pumps out of the triangle, then that pump is a nice 178%. So H-bar is a nice little gobbler, something you want to gobble up. Right now, as we can see it came right back down to its trend line, but it did not break its trend. You know, and that's what we want to see because we drew this triangle before. So it didn't break its trend. It popped up here, and now it's seeming to bounce. The MACD has maybe one more red, couple more reds, and then it's going to turn pink and start to turn. The RSI is looking good. And look, there is just an example of hidden bullish divergence right there playing out immediately. Like this low, and then a swing low higher, and then we had this low and a swing low higher than there. So this low and this swing low was lower, so it went down. This low and this low was higher, so it went up. And because of that, we had hidden bullish divergence. Boom, popped. I just saw that on XRP. So that's just something I wanted to bring up to your attention. And let's just go back to Bitcoin. Let's begin the day. We know the markets are closed because of Good Friday. Let's check what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin bouncing. I said it was going to bounce off 6,800. I just made a purchase at 6,800, and I'm not lying. I'm not trying to look like a soothsayer. I can prove it. And show you my H-bar trade right here, though. We got in at 336, and last night at around 9 p.m., I decided, you know what? I'm going to take that money. We were up about 9.9%, 10%, and we took H-bar down. Then I also put a stop loss on for Bitcoin. I had a feeling it was going to go down. I put my stop loss at 7,000. I had a market order, so it'll kick me out at 6,993. I made 56 bucks off of a Bitcoin trade. I was up 200 though. I was in at 68.35. So then I tried to play games buying VET, and I lost 100 bucks on VET. I should have known, and when I was getting out of everything else, well, you know, but it is what it is. I was trying to ride these waves. But now what I see for Bitcoin is it's up, down, played this triangle, played this trend, kind of was in this triangle here that I thought would break out to the top of this trend line. You can see I have it drawn here. But it could have broken up or down. It is somewhat of a bilateral triangle. And it broke down. And they only have a 68% chance of breaking out. So it had a 32% chance of breaking down, which is still a good chance. It did break down out of that triangle really, really fast and really hard. Right? We went from 7,200 all the way down. You can see we only had one little stop here that we could have stopped at is 7,000. That's where I put my stop loss. That's why I put my stop loss there. I said, you know what? We may bounce off of this line here because we had the support here from earlier, but did not hold. No, moving average didn't hold us too, but this moving average did, right? I believe this is the fifth. This is the 80. The 80-day moving average held us really well. I think we're done with the pain because the MACD is crossing. Perfect time to get into a trade right here for Bitcoin. You can just see it. MACD cross still good. Good volume. End of the trend, we had a pop up with the green candle. We did go as high as 6,837. We're playing games now in this range, and what I wanted to show you was how important this range was and why. So if we can go back here on Bitcoin a little bit, it lets me go back and not play games so much. Maybe we need to hit the daily. So here we are at 6,800, right? So here, look, we played games with 6,800 right here. We broke up, broke down. It was a little funny area. Then we wicked off of it. So you can see even our run up here to 20,000 is where we first kind of touched it. And we played a little game with it because we broke it and then it became previous support again. Now here, look, we break through, but we break up. We wick off of it pretty damn close. We break off of it. We cut through, but we break over through it again. And then we kind of wick pretty damn close to it right here at this, and it's a range. It is a range like 67.70 to 68.20. It's a range area, but you can see, okay, here we go. We play with it again, and now we're back. And now we're back playing with this line yet again. 6,800. You can see we hit it here. We broke it. We hit it here. It was resistance. We broke through. Then it was support. We popped up. Now it seems to play support again. So this is, I'm not just picking this number out of my, you know what, this is just an idea that I'm having because it's presenting itself to me the more I look at it. So MACD cross going to cross bullish. We've made it through the pain, folks. The pain starts around here, the white of the green, and you have to go through the pain. You always want to buy in the pink section here and ride the green. Pink and ride the green. You know, pink, get out in the green area. So you would have gotten in somewhere down in here. And you would have gotten out somewhere in here. So you buy where you think the pink's about to start, which to me is there. RSI turning up. We were very oversold as well for Bitcoin. So that was a really good sign. This is really nice. 4 hour looking really good. Someone propping this market up really, really nicely. We're in this trend line. So what all I wanted to see was us not break this. If we break this yellow trend line, which is at 6,600, boom. So that's why my stop loss is pretty sharp. It's around here, 66.28. Where's my stoppy? Where's my little stoppy at there? My stoppy, my little stoppy loss. 6666295. So basically 6663. So you can say, yeah, my stop loss here is based on these trend lines. So see, it's right here. This is my stop loss. See, I found the last place that we wicked down. I went a little below it, and then I also found it below the trend line. So good morning. We're getting close to the danger zone. Yeah, it's close, but I think we're gonna hold, man. Mini dump. I just went in at 6,800, and I'm not in for a lot. I think we're gonna get back up to like 69, have some issues at 7, and then you know, I'll definitely, if we get anything close to 74, 75, I think that would be a nice time because we might reset again, play little games. At the very most, get up to 7,900. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking about. So just showing you this, and then presenting Atom 2, which is at 220. I thought it was a good buy. I thought I was live earlier. I've been talking about this. So bounce off the trend line here. Atom has rolling. Looked like it was in this. It should come up to this. It actually really did break out. You know, it was a slow breakout, but you can see it hit its breakout point. Now it's in a bit of a wedge too. You can see this, or in a channel, in a rising channel. So what I did is I drew the channel, this line here, the top of it here. It could come back down to the channel, which is here is 196, but it would break this new trend line that it's forming, which it bounced off of with support, resistance, becomes previous support. This could be a nice SR flip. Something you want to look at. Turning up on the RSI. We're coming out of the MACD. Atom. Going, yeah. What I think at the halving, the halving is interesting. I think we are having world issues. I think we're going to see a lot more pain. I think China will have a second wave, which will cause a lot of issues in the economy. And once we have to come to deal with and realize that, I think the politicians are going to get all the hot air taken out of them at one point. I think it's going to be just like we can't mitigate these circumstances by playing games linguistically, like, oh, this is just what it is, and it's not. We have to be really serious about what we're in for and what's going on. And I think at one point it's going to be obvious to everybody. And I think it's going to impact the markets bad. Honestly, I think Bitcoin will go back down. I think we could see Bitcoin at 2,800 only because just the pain of this economy. Now, that's the one side figure. The other side is maybe it holds 5,000. And at the halving, we get back up to like 8 or 9, maybe 10,000 at the very least. Honestly, I have more thinking that this pandemic is going to impact Bitcoin more than anyone thought. And I think it's going to impact the whole world. There's not going to be a lot of liquidity around. People aren't going to be like, hey, jump into Bitcoin today. You know, I just don't see it happening that much. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe it'll hold. My idea is that it will hold. Like, my heart wants me to hold. I have so much Bitcoin. Like, I don't want it to do these things that I'm talking about. But being real and being a realist, I think there's just a lot of pain. Good day to buy, man. Good things are on bargain. You want to buy in the red, right? So good day to buy BSV at 180. They're all holding these old support lines. It's almost like someone they wanted to show how beginners can trade. I mean, look. MACD cross is coming, about to turn pink, RSI move. They're all 4-hour buys. Like, never been so confident about a buy before. It just feels right. It just feels completely right. And I told you guys about H-bar. I put it out there 3 or 4 days ago on my channel, and it popped a nice 10%. And that's the kind of trader I am. So if you like my channel, I'm the guy who you can put a couple grand on something and make, you know, $300, $400, $500 trade. And that's just what I'm trying to do. That, you know, again, this isn't financial advice. Please find yourself a financial advisor. But, you know, now Chainlink holding this 3. Let's see if we can see any, not much in this region before as far as support and resistance. If we go back though, if we go back to here, it was some nice support. So you just got to look far back enough. Look at these patterns playing out like a nice bull flag popping. And how high? We got all the way to 347 and then we got denied, right? But we are holding almost, we want to break above and close above this 21-day moving average. That's what we really want to see. More pain for this? No, I think we're done. I think this is going to have a MACD cross. They're all looking like they're going to recover a little bit. Now, this could end up being a nice double top, though, and ready for a new setup, but down. We could see what happens here. I'm trying to play the old, say it's still in this triangle and forget all this mess that it went through and just say, okay, now it's still going to go and do its thing back to 546, which I still think it will. I mean, it's Link, guys. It's Link. But yeah, maybe I think it's a good day to take a little nibble off of every little coin going on here. Binance CEO says download the Brave browser. Yeah, the CEO of Binance has urged his 500,000 Twitter followers to download the Brave browser in order to stay private online. I'm just worried since Warren Buffett dumped $30 million worth of stocks. The Dow Jones control the uptrend and downtrend of Bitcoin. No, I'm telling you that, man. You heard what I said. I said the same thing. I said I think Bitcoin will go down to 2,800 because they're going to tank the stock markets again. They're going to tank. And when they tank, we're going to be in some bad blood. The Brave browser is a privacy-first web browser based on Chromium and many features enabled by default, such as blockchain ads and tracking devices. Brave also features cryptocurrency wallet that supports the native token Basic Attention Token. With this token, you can reward your favorite websites by sending BAT straight to them. You can also get rewarded in BAT for viewing ads if you desire. And please, if you like the Brave browser, something that you're into, something that you like, I wanted to show you a link that can help you get it and help my channel as well. So, boom. Boom. And if you go to my video and you go down to the description, it says join Brave, hit right here. And that supports the channel because I get a little kickback from Brave every time someone joins the Brave browser. So just so you know, you deserve a better internet. And it works great seamlessly. So anyway, yeah. Brave also has many offers of looking after your privacy. While most privacy offers are private mode, they tend to just hide your history. In Brave, you can use Tor through Brave, one of the best ways to anonymize your browsing with the browser. Tor not only hides your history, but also masks your location from the sites you visit by muting your browsing through several servers before it reaches its destination. So yeah, the Brave browser, man, you want to just jump on that. It's amazing. New York power plant sells Bitcoin hash power to institutional investors. A Bitcoin mining power plant upstate New York has sold 106 petahash of its computing power to an undisclosed buyer using hash power contracts settled in Bitcoin. The contract, brokered by BitUda Digital, first launched in January with the aim of providing institutional investors to purchase large blocks of Bitcoin hash power in over-the-counter markets. On April 10th, the chief financial officer of Green Ridge Generation claimed that the new instrument provides the same type of time-tested hedging capability seen in traditional commodity markets, bringing the benefits of clean and energy-efficient Bitcoin mining from Green Ridge to institutional investors. It's pretty cool, and it's a sweet deal because they have a pipeline bringing the natural gas directly to their power plant, so thereby they generate the power consumed by its mining facility up to 100 megawatts of energy an hour and lowering its cost. The firm argues that this setup offers investors a chance to tap into profitability of not only crypto, but also the energy markets. And what also is good about is I love BAT, man. Basic Attention Token, man. Really good investment. And basically what this is good is because they're thinking that as the halving comes and it crunches a lot of miners, this will help them stay profitable because their energy will be way lower than most. Binance users can now buy crypto using debit cards in 5 new currencies. And fintech leaders may struggle to qualify under U.S. government COVID-19 relief plan. It's kind of sad. Not something you want to hear, right? Cash add support for cashing out Binance chain tokens. There you go. I hope we never have to buy out at one point. World Trade Organization predicts global trade will fall up to 32% this year. The World Trade Organization reported that the global trade is expected to fall between 13 and 32% in 2020 as COVID-19 pandemic disrupted normal economic activity and life around the world. The report emphasizes that the immediate goal is to bring the pandemic under control. WTA has also mentioned that the forecasting how the world economy will look like in 2021 or 2022, and it remains difficult. The decline in trade will have painful consequences for households and businesses. The economic crisis cannot be compared to the Great Recession of 2008. According to the World Trade Organization, today's economic crisis is not comparable to the Great Recession of 2008. In the last recession, governments were able to intervene with monetary and fiscal policy to remedy the crisis. However, this time, restrictions on labor, transport, and travel are affecting the world economy far differently. Roberto Azevedo emphasized the importance of the world working together to get through this crisis. He said that if countries work together, we'll see a much faster recovery than if each country acts alone. Economic analysts have been arguing that the world economy may see a deflationary shock as a result of depressed demand among consumers due to mass layoffs. The U.S. Federal Reserve has been printing money endlessly, and which has led to many believe that hyperinflation is inevitable. So far, over 1.5 million people have been diagnosed with COVID-19, and over 95,000 people have lost their lives. 100,000 people, man. Crazy. I think we'll see a few million when it's all said and done. Sad to say. The IMF chief, pandemic will cause the worst recession since the Great Depression. The IMF has officially flipped its global economic outlook and now believes that the world is set to enter an economic crisis not seen since the Great Depression. IMF Manager Director Kristalina Georgieva did not mince words recently in her deep concern for the future of the world economy. She said the economic growth will be sharply negative in 2020, and it'll be the worst crisis since the 1930s. In a recent statement, Georgieva painted a bleak picture of the social and economic consequences to expect in the coming months. Although she praised governments around the world for the $8 trillion in fiscal stimulus, she said it simply is not enough. We now project that over 170 countries will experience negative per capita income growth this year. And when they did it before, they said 160 would experience positive growth. So it's a flip switch, seesaw right the other way. Recovery would be dependent on whether the pandemic actually ends. If it fades into the second half of 2020, then recovery may be reached during 2021. Georgieva stressed that it could get worse depending on many variable factors, including the duration of the pandemic. The IMF is expected to release its full world economic outlook forecast this upcoming Tuesday. Well, cryptocurrencies weathered the storm, although the economic situation has been worsening. Stocks have been rallying in the past week. However, financial markets will eventually have to contend with the structural realities of the poor macroeconomic indicators. Given that Bitcoin has been largely following the S&P 500, this could seriously quell any hopes of the bullish momentum in coming months, even though it's set to undergo its next halving. Cryptocurrency traders would be smart to watch macroeconomic trends during this remarkable time. Yeah, we were just saying that together, honestly. It's not looking that great. Really sad what happened to the daughter of the Kennedys there, Maeve McKeon, with her 8-year-old son. It just, it breaks my heart. What were they doing out in the water? What happened? How did, said she went to go get a ball. This Joe Kennedy, Andrew Cuomo, and family members mourn deaths of RFK's granddaughter, Maeve, and her son. This kid will never, and now this guy's got three kids, right? I mean, she was smart as a wave, tough as nails, and kind as a human can be. The combination was memorizing. She could charm you with her generous spirit, amaze you with her intellect, and then just wanted to stand back with the force of her will. Wow, this is crazy. Yo, buddy, Gabs and Lennon, say hi. What's going on, everybody out there? Hope you all feeling good. This is my XRP muser, so let's get into XRP for a minute. I did a deep dive. Honestly, I didn't know I wasn't live, man. I did the whole show for an hour, 20 minutes, and then realized that I wasn't even live. But here, man, we dove into XRP. Well, I did by myself. I realized it. And what I saw was that we already had a double top. So we took our M, our length of our top to the bottom of an M. You bring that to the length of an M on a leg. And you see that we had our measured move, which was right here down to 18,171. Uncannily moving with Bitcoin, but that's exactly what this was doing. And then we saw that we bounced off this level of support. Here it was resistance. Here it was heavy resistance. Here it was resistance. We broke through. We came back. Now it's strong support, right? Older resistance becomes strong support. I'm really liking this nibble here at 1830, 1841 region. I think it's really a good time to take a little nibble of some XRP. And another reason why, well, I see the MACD cross coming here on the 4 hour. This is my perfect time to buy. You want to buy right before the pink begins. I'll show you, like, here's a nice section right before the pink begins. And then you sell as you get into some good green. You just don't be greedy. You buy right here where the pink begins. You sell into the green. So you're looking at a nice little move here. And this is just another place here. You sell when the pink begins, right in here, and you sell in the green. And when someone's saying pink, I'm saying this area here. Anyone have any question with what I'm saying here, the region of the pink area? But that's all. So yeah, I would take a nice gabble. I just took a little, not a little, I just took a nice big bite of Bitcoin at 6,800, about a 5K position. Looks like it's turning out. We're definitely oversold. MACD cross coming. To me, this is holding strong support. I went over the region of support on Bitcoin. We can go all the way back here. Here we show we were playing games. No, here right here we were playing games with 6,800 right here. Look, we bounce off of it here. This is our first, like, we get really close on a wick. Here we bounce through it. We wick off of it right here. We bounce through it, but we break above. Even on its run up to 13K earlier this year, 6,800 played an extreme crazy role. Look, right here, we're bouncing off. We broke through, bounce it off, broke through, bounce off again. So this region has just been shown, and it goes even further back. But 6,800, man. Kind of that line in the sand for Bitcoin. So really need to hold. You can see we bounced off of 67.62 is really like the level here that it really wanted. But also I saw we were in a trend line on the green, on the yellow. So I didn't want to see us break this trend line. So when the trend line was coming in close with a level of support, I just felt like that was kind of that line, you know. Yeah, I definitely think it's time to grab a little bit. My only sad thing is that we went over today was the fact that if this whole global market, if we find out that reinfections are prevalent in China and they get another wave, it's going to take the hope out of the entire market. And I think it's going to collapse the stock. I think the stock market is going to collapse. And honestly, Bitcoin's been riding with it. Like lately, I've been trading Bitcoin with the stock market. So that's actually been frightening me a little bit, honestly. I'm a little worried that the cryptocurrency market could take a huge hit. Just something's starting to hit me pretty hard, you know. And at that point, everyone's going to be taking a huge hit. Almost anything but gold. Now I'm realizing that, you know why? I always was hedging it between Bitcoin and gold because I never knew which one was going to be the needed. And my thing is, maybe you're not. I'm not going to say you're going to run around and trade. What I am going to say is you're going to hold it. And when things come back out, when the world starts to release itself and things come back to somewhat normality, which we know they never will be 100%, but when they come back to somewhat normality, you're going to want to flip that gold and then get something for it. And it's going to be worth more than you had before all the shit hit the fan. And that's something I got to keep pushing. Goldsilver.com. Get yourself, you know, and honestly, like the price of gold has just skyrocketed in the last couple days. You could have gotten a nice bar for $17.29 literally like 2 days ago. And I bet you it's back up, look, 18, up $100 more. That fast, right? And now the spot price will go up. The premium I'm noticing will go up. But once it gets to 17, they'll charge 19. Once it gets to 2,000, they'll charge 24. The premium for gold, you're going to start paying more for premium. You have to wait longer to eventually break even. Right now, this is the cheapest you get a gold bar. And you get their choice, so you don't be picky. You let them pick the bar. It doesn't matter. It's a bar of gold. And you're going to pay 18, 14. But that's this is where I would get gold, goldsilver.com. Order yourself up some gold. I'm not affiliated officially. I feel like I should be. I push this man's philosophies, videos, and ideals because he changed me as a person, and that's why I pushed his actual. And here's the brave browser. Look, I want to earn money. I turn off this, and all of a sudden now I get the ads. And why not? I'll take Mike Maloney's ads, and there you go. Now I get paid a little brave just to watch and check out his site. Oh, I want some silver bars. Get a couple 10-ounce silver bars. Basically, you're gonna pay $21 an ounce. Damn, and silver is like $15. So, you see. But yeah, just something I gotta prop people up for. I'm not trying to scare anybody. You just always have a little gold if you can. Some hedge on hedge. I mean, eventually it's all gonna go to shit, right? All you can do is hope you grow your own food. And honestly, that's a hedge in itself too, is being self-sufficient. Then you won't have to hedge that much. Like, what are we all hedging for if we all had what we needed? Now, bottom of the trend line here, H-bar. I think this is a nice time to get back into H-bar. I rode this wave up. I sold here at 37, exactly on the dot, which is a pretty cool trade. I sold right here, right there, like right when it crossed 37. It went to 37.50, even 38. I think I was up like $340 at one point, and I ended up only taking Gardens, bro. Gardens. Yeah, for sure, man. It is what it is. Like, but yo, H-bar still has to make this move back to the trend line, and it didn't break it. And what you can do now is this is the best time to buy at the bottom of the trend line. And someone would say why, and I would say because you get to use this trend line as strong support. So you get to play games with that, like, and it gives you a really strong place. So you buy right now, and then you put your stop loss like right here, which isn't long. Like, you get a really nice little stop loss. Like, this is I love this bar. This is a position finder. So you would buy here. Stop loss will be very shrewd, like below right here at 2.5. If you even wanted to go down to like 3. If you wanted to play these wicks here, these other wicks, because that's what a lot of times they use that. So a little below those wicks, and put your stop loss here at 5% even. And you're trying to get to the top of the trend line, which I think by that time will be around here, if I think. So 30%. 6-to-1 odds of making money. Very little risk. And I honestly want to just be even a little shrewder with this, to something like this, which is 3.5%. So, you know what? Why not? You take $1,200, you buy right now. This is what I would do. This is what I do. And then you can only lose 10% will be 120. So cut that in threes. You can only lose $40. But if it goes up 30%, you can gain 400. So you're risking $40 to try to make $400 to the bottom of the trend line. Just don't be mad when you see H-bar up again and you're going to say, the remote or the crypto lifer told me about H-bar. But it's sitting there. It's in a rounded bottom too. What more do I have to show you guys? Let me round the bottom for you if you don't believe me. Like, in an extreme rounded bottom here. So, which is a very bullish sign. So what else? What more can I say, man? And it's at the bottom of the round. Should start coming back up, hitting it, making it through. It's got this new trend line that it formed right here. So you could see it back here at 34 again, but I'm not. This is something that looks really healthy to me. Taking a lot of interest in it. I keep bringing it up. I already made my first play in it. I took my 250 out, but that doesn't mean I'm done with it. And look, we had double hidden bullish divergence, I believe. Let me see if this is true. No, we don't. You can see it play out, though. It plays out almost immediately. So just wanted to see if we had hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin. That was something I had to look at. And, ooh, it's so close. It's almost exaggerated, but it's, what we do see, though, it's almost is hidden bullish divergence, even though it's not, because we have an extreme slant down. But our swing low here is just very, very close. But it's definitely still slanted down. See, if this was just up a little more, we would have hidden bullish divergence. But we are coming out of the MACD cross, man. I'm telling you, this is a good time. This is a good gobble up. We're gonna have a nice little pump tomorrow. Mark my words. Looking good. And hey, maybe it will tank in my face, and everyone will say He was so full of old shoes. But only time will tell. And at least I'm saying something. Right? I don't know how to get back to what I'm in here. When in doubt, hit escape. I'm going to call you later. I have a few technical questions about that idea of mine. Yeah, man, let me know. I'm about to jump off, guys. Went over some news. We talked about some good stuff. And, yeah. I felt like I kind of showed you what plays to make. Chills, CHZ is something people are looking at too. It pumps pretty heavy. Has some groups looking at it, people thinking about it. So just something to put on your radar. Something to think about. It's that support again here. Bounce, strong support. Yeah, man, I need help though. And I need some questions about that because, like, what if I come to the vineyard for a week? What happens to my garden then? My dad was bringing up a lot of things I need to think about. So you call me, I'll call you. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find